But I almost felt that I was slightly cheated as regards JW. I felt that Mrs. Millie was much fuller. Yeah. And I wonder if you thought about having almost two plays, because there's so much in it that I feel that I could watch the whole play with JW as the central character and Millie in another play as the central character. And then my other idea was, wouldn't it be interesting to have seen them with their significant others at some point? So Millie with Clarence and, not Eustace, I keep saying Eustace. Ernest. With Ernest. And there was a couple of moments where I thought, especially when the subject matter was so painful, obviously the abuse scenarios, how powerful that could have been if it was told directly to the audience as opposed to each other.
As a kind of monologue kind of. Yeah, no, that's cool, it's brilliant. Just to answer that as well, it's interesting because when I first started writing it, I did write it with other people in, and then I cut it down because I think I wanted to keep it simple. And I don't know whether some of that's a technical thing from doing the play with lots of characters this year, thinking, right, what can I do that will cheaper? 2 actors. So it might have been a bit of that in my thinking. But again, yeah, there's space for that because there's still there's time. So really, it should be something that's in 2 acts. It's just we've run through quickly, and there's plenty of space to actually add more scenes. So my last play, I think that started out at 1 hour and 15. At the end, it was 2 hours, wasn't it? Yeah. And I had to cut it back like the night before preview, which was really painful. So I think I tend to overwrite sometimes, but I think there is definitely space for that. And I thought about Samuel as well. We keep hearing about Samuel, and I know there are bits that I've just hinted at and not really filled out. I think it's kind of just the bare bones, but yeah, that might be.
I think part of the monologue thing, though, in answer to that, is that when you're reading a script, it's much more difficult to separate yourself. You know, if this was a rehearsed piece, I think that there'd be much more opportunity to play those moments much more out to the audience as opposed to, you know, what we kind of did based on the time that we had. So I think it's something that could work in, you know, in the context of a proper production.
I wonder though as well that you could take that idea and that they both use each other to see the other's lover, so that Ernest also has a moment. So we could play with realism. That with you it's caused by dementia, but with me, we can in some ways play with us both playing each other's, the mirror image of each other's lovers, and working through.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Cool. Any more?